Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Vice President for University Advancement, Dictson.
So I'm the guy that gets to follow Robert and the dog. I've really enjoyed getting to know Robert and Fletcher. I'll tell you what, Chancellor Frank, they ever make you follow a student and a dog? Do you ever have to do that? My goodness. I'll apologize in advance for the next few minutes. This is going to be a big letdown, I'm sure. We've got a number of our presidential ambassadors in the room tonight. You've heard from two of them. Would you guys mind standing up real quick? We'd like to give you a hand. Yeah. I love that we get to hear from our presidential ambassadors at all of our events like this, and their stories are incredible. So I would encourage you to learn a little bit about them if you happen to be seated with one of them. Before I begin tonight, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that today is Veterans Day. And we'd like to thank everyone that served in our armed forces for what you've done for our country. Would you mind standing up or waving your hand? I love that we have veteran presidential ambassadors. That's really cool. Thank you. Now, I've really enjoyed hearing all of these stories, and I think we'll get to hear some more. I hope that you have as well. These students really enforce for me why I'm here at CSU, and they probably reinforce why you support CSU. This is why we're here, and I think it's really special when we have the opportunity to get our faculty and staff and students and donors all in a room together. These diverse backgrounds, the experiences that all of us have shared, when we come together, it creates a really special environment for us to be able to create an environment for CSU students to continue to exceed and excel. And it's really special. I want to thank you for the support that you've given to this university. Leading up to tonight's event, I've been thinking about some of the moments that led me here. And it started when I was a young guy. I don't remember exactly how old. I was maybe 5. And I got to come up here to Fort Collins and visit my aunt and uncle who grew sugar beets up here. And I grew up in eastern New Mexico, and if you've ever been there, it's just sand hills, flat as can be as far as you can see. And so I thought this was the prettiest place in the world. And it's a bit surreal to get to live here. It's a beautiful place, it's a special place, and it's a pleasure to be here. Growing up, my family raised sheep, and we had some Rambouillets. And so when I got here and I met Cam, I felt like an old friend to me, so that was really pretty cool. But my dad and my granddad were both ag extension agents, and I grew up in 4-H and FFA. I've worked at several really good land-grant universities, and none of them do it quite the way that CSU does. And I think we have an exceptional opportunity to lead the way in the new generation of land grants and how we go about doing our mission here. So this experience that I had growing up on a farm and raising sheep and being an ag family, it instilled in me the importance of the unique mission that we have as a land-grant university. And it's a pleasure to be able to serve this place and do this work and support these students. CSU's commitment to the mission of being a land-grant is incredibly strong. I'm excited about what we're planning in the future. I'm excited about working with President Parsons and pursuing her vision, and I hope you are as well. Back in April, I arrived in Fort Collins. I'm relatively new here, and I came up with my fifth-wheel camper, my truck, and I camped out behind Horsetooth for the first 4 months that I was here. It was pretty exceptional. It was real tough. We were looking for a house, and it was quite an experience to drive up out of the desert and see the Rockies. And I feel like I had that feeling that our students have when they first enter this place. Just that feeling that all of your ambitions, your dreams, your aspirations, that they can come true here at CSU. And it was a great feeling to have. I kind of felt like I was a kid going off to college. I left my daughter and my son and my wife at home while I was looking for a house, and they joined me in June, and we're now settled and super happy to be here. My wife Nikki is with me here today. My son Logan's a junior at Rocky High School, and we're loving life here in Fort Collins. This is really a special place. If you haven't been around here in a little while, you might enjoy checking out our South Campus. We've got stables and corrals. They're side by side with state-of-the-art facilities where our researchers are improving the lives of both animals and humans. There's the Michael and Ira Smith Alumni Center that's built right into our football stadium. That's where our traditions that I've come to know and love are kept alive. We ring the bell, the old main bell before each football game. We fire the cannon. It's really a cool thing that we and the Alumni Association are able to maintain those traditions. And as a land-grant university, of course, we're connected to the land itself. We have the Oval. We'll talk a little bit about the bricks here in just a minute. The A that's on the hills above town, and the mountain campus. I got to visit that facility for the first time this summer, and it was stunning. It's really special. I've had some really special moments in my first 7 months here at CSU, and I've really enjoyed each of them. It's helped me to understand the real-world impact that this university is making, the practical education that we're providing for our students, the innovation and research that's changing lives and driving economies, and meeting a lot of our donors around the country. I've been to all of our away football games. Amy and I went to Washington, D.C. this summer. We've made several trips to visit alumni and donors across the country, and the passion and the commitment that you have is unique and it's special. There's a special person in the room tonight. When I first got here, offered me a real helpful piece of advice. They said, trust your team. They're talented, they're passionate, and they're going to have the answers to pretty much any challenge that you're going to face. I'd like to thank that team for putting on this event here tonight. I think this is the first time since 2019 that we've been able to get together and do this. So if you're a member of our advancement team, would you mind standing up real quick? Thank you. It's really neat to be able to do this again. So I tried to take that advice to heart, and I don't think that trust should stop with our team that works here at CSU. We have to trust you, our donors. We have to trust your passion and your energy and the vision that you have for this university, because you love this place and you've made this place. Your vision is what allowed, I messed this up. Vision is what allowed our first 3 students the opportunity to access a college education in 1870, and to forge the path that led to the university that we have today. Philanthropy is why we do things like plant memorial trees in Sherwood Forest. That's one of my favorite places on campus, and it allows our future generations that come through CSU to experience the shade and the tranquility and the connection to our past in a place right here on campus. Visionary philanthropy is when we honor our past, we come together in the present, and we build a future together. There's really no better example to me of visionary philanthropy than our Oval Brick recipients, and we have a couple of them here with us tonight. I had an opportunity to sit with them at dinner. Gary Solomon. Gary graduated from CSU in 1979 with a bachelor's in financial real estate. He was one of the first to believe in and invest in entrepreneurship here at CSU, and that's really come to be something special on our campus. Gary's experience starting and running his own business, you might have heard of it, a visual marketing company called Fast Signs. It opened its doors in 1985 in Dallas and expanded to more than 700 locations in 9 countries. Isn't that incredible? Yeah. Well, Gary brought that entrepreneurial spirit here to CSU. He's helped students be empowered to gain hands-on experience and create their own successful startups. Gary's vision led him to be a key investor in CSU's Institute for Entrepreneurship. that kickstarts and cultivates student entrepreneurship through workshops, advice from industry connections. Scott Schrake. Scott, are you here tonight? Thought I saw Scott. Scott's the director of our Institute for Entrepreneurship, and he said, "It's not an overstatement to say that entrepreneurship at CSU might not have succeeded without Gary. Being willing to take a chance and invest in a young upstart with a big vision. He's got my eternal gratitude for being a key partner in helping us build something truly transformational. Gary, we're honored to add your name to a brick on the oval." Thank you. I'd also like to recognize Kent and Carrie Davis. They're here with us representing Kent's uncle, Ted and Dorothy Ruppel. They've since passed, but Ted graduated in 1949 with a bachelor's in horticulture, and Dorothy graduated that same year with a bachelor's in physical science. They understood the importance of accessing education, and that led them to establish the Ruppel Family Scholarship for students studying biology in the College of Natural Sciences. As one of the scholarship's students told us, this scholarship has been one of the defining aspects of my college career and my CSU experience. The resources I have received allowed me to achieve my goal of becoming a professional in the medical field and making healthcare more accessible. Kent and Carrie, we are honored to have you with us here tonight, and I've enjoyed visiting with you over dinner. Thank you for representing the commitment to philanthropy that Ted and Dorothy demonstrated. Their memory and legacy will live on in the brick that we'll place on the oval. Thank you. There really is nothing quite like bringing together a group of passionate people who are all devoted to a single purpose. When that happens, anything is possible. From the moment that I arrived at CSU, I've seen that passion in so many of our alumni and donors across the country. And it's that passion that helps us to fulfill our mission here at CSU. To all of you that are here tonight that have given of your time and your treasure, to all of you that I've met and those that I hope to meet soon, and to all of you whose philanthropic journey is just beginning, we want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Remember, every story that you're going to hear tonight is a demonstration of the positive impact that you've had on a real life and on this community, this university, and through that, it's impacting the world. For that, we are forever